We good? We're good. Good evening, my dear friends. Happy Friday to all of you. I hope you've had a fantastic week. I have been running around like a bit of a headless chicken today, to be honest. I think all in all, I was like quadruple booked. Totally my own fault, but I really need to get back into having an agenda, like a journal or a diary kind of thing happening. Because right now I can't keep on top of everything. Good evening, Anne. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining us. And Iris is here as well. Hi, Iris. We are just getting all set up, ready to get crafty tonight. If you were here last week, you will have seen that we had a friend with us. We had Fiskars joining us, Craft Gerbil. And he's back again tonight by popular demand. Fiskars, come and say hello. Hello. I did drop in a couple of sunflower seeds, so you'll have to hunt them out if you're in the mood for that. Looks more like he's going to get cozy and fall asleep though, which is kind of what happened last week for most of it. You reckon you can zoom in on that one for me, Craig, so that I don't have the edges of the mat? Yeah, out of bed probably. Yeah, that'll do. Hi, Sandra, and Louise is here as well. Sandra says, hey, Fiskars. Fiskars, your fans are here saying hello, your adoring fans. Yeah, he's not bothered. He's so humbled. We're just going to get all set up here and then crack on with some crafting. Fun. Just wanted to double check with you guys that the audio is all okay, which is the important thing before Craig disappears to his Friday night. You're going to drop it down a bit? Okay. Craig's going to fiddle with the Fiskars cam. Anne says, did you make the wedding card? I did not. That is what I'm going to be making tonight. And in fact, I also need to make a buttonhole flower, and I know it's not a card. I don't know how interested you guys would be in it, but seeing as I've got a wedding to go to tomorrow, I don't really have much time, so I'm probably going to spend a little bit of time on this, making a buttonhole, so that at least I have a flower to go on my dress for the wedding tomorrow. I hope you guys are all okay with that. I picked up some florally bits and pieces here, and I'll see what I can throw together very quickly. I think would be fun. So today I had to go, and I'm actually going to zoom right back out again for there. I had to go to a wedding rehearsal today for the wedding that is tomorrow. And then as soon as I got back, I had to rush off to a Parent Teacher Association. And then I'm just back. So let's see what I can put together. What is this? Craig, what is this? Is this an iris? Oh yeah, don't know why I'm asking.
That's a flower.
That's a flower right there. I don't know. Do you guys know what this is?
It's a purple one.
It is. I bought this pack specifically because it had the purple in it, because my dress has purple on it. And I have no idea how I'm going to figure this out, but wing it is...
Right there.
Hmm?
Mealworm right there.
No one can see that, can they? Oh, there is. It's above the word home. I see.
See if he finds it.
So, guys, we're going to be making a just a little doodah with my flowers, and then be going and making a wedding card. I've also, depending on time, I also have a, what's that?
In the bag.
Oh. I also have a new stamp set that Piper and I picked up last week. We went to a craft fair. And new ink pad to play with as well. Craft with Gertie. Hey! All right, I'm quickly going to throw something together and hope that it doesn't fall apart. Only has to last one day.
Gone very quickly from card making and stamping to
others.
Flower arranging and pet watching.
Pet watching, I know. Oh, that's a little bit crazy, perhaps. Thanks. Let me go get some or scissors that are non-paper only scissors. Let me see what I've got up here. These will do. How have you guys been doing? Have you had a good week? Donna's here and says, Lesley, something completely different tonight, yeah? Yeah, so this is me, and I'm really sorry, guys, but I just don't have any time. In case you didn't know, you probably don't, we have got a new Heffy Doodle release coming soon. It's coming in October. The date hasn't been set yet, but as is always the way, as it gets closer and closer to release dates, the release time, I am chock-a-block. So I need to just like spend whatever time I can doing whatever I need to do whenever I get the chance to do it. So this does not need to be perfect, and believe me, it will not be perfect, but it will be done. Okay. And at least then I'll have a nice little flower for my bag tomorrow. Tried to get to the I tried to get to the florist today, but I did not have the time. The time I was leaving the wedding rehearsal, I was stuck in traffic and then everything was closing up. So I'm just gonna have a little look to see if I can lay my hands on any wire for this. And while I'm doing that, I want you guys to put on your thinking hat and tell me what ideas you have for me to make a wedding card. And I don't think I actually have any specific wedding stamp sets, unfortunately, which is a bit of an annoyance, but hey ho. Where will you store the flowers so they won't melt? They will be stored in the fridge. That was something that my mama told me, that you store them in the fridge. I don't know what this purple one is, but it's kind of cute. I like it. Lost that already. And that might actually be enough for what we're looking for. One thing I do want to do though is add some glitter to it, because why not? This is a craft stream, not a floristry stream, even though anyone who may have joined may be confused by that. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some glitter. I'm going to just grab a paintbrush of some description. And use a little multi-matte medium here. So I'm going to add some glue to the edges of my flower. Of course, I have no idea if this is going to affect the flower, whether it is going to wilt quicker because of that. I don't think so. But I think it'll give it a nice little touch. Let's add some more. Sarah says, wow, Lesley, those flowers are gorgeous. Yay. And Tally's here. Hey, Tally. Pretty flowers. I am excited for the wedding. So the wedding is for a friend of mine who used to work for me. I was her work mama. And she's a good friend. Although we realized that I haven't actually seen her since I packed in my job and created Heffy Doodle, which is shameful. Shame on me. Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. And at least I get to see her tomorrow and have a good old dancey with her, which will be fun. All right, so I've added some multi-matte medium to this. I'm going to go and grab my glitter. Let me focus you guys up again. And I'm going to use some Glamour Dust. So Glamour Dust is ultra fine glitter, and there is a white version, and then there is also a gold version. Oh, Anne says, I heard you can use hairspray to keep them from wilting. Oh, haven't tried it myself. That's good, because I just bought hairspray today because I have not had a chance to get my hair cut. So it's gonna have to go up. So let me just catch up on some of these comments here. Spunky Girl Paper Co says, I made one for my dad last week that was on craft cardstock with a vintage floral pattern and a Hero Arts layered love stamp. Oh, I thought you meant you made flowers for him last week, but a wedding card. Good idea. We could use love theme. Love it. Something interactive. Maybe they could meet at the altar. Yes. So I do have a set which is an MFT set, and that could possibly work. I want to wrap up, I mean, it's got like a little princess on it, so there you go. I want to wrap up this section, and I have some really thick white, but I actually was looking for my gold washi tape, which was last seen in the hands of Craig. Craig, if you're watching, what did you do with my washi tape when you were hanging up my calendar on the wall? That is exactly what I want right now. A gold glittery washi tape. Check in here. To wrap around the stems, I think would work. Don't know where it is. See what we can do. So someone has said that these flowers are irises. I thought that it might be, not that I'm very well up on my floral knowledge. Pin that in there with a little push pin. Help me get started. Ines says, missed the start, what are you doing? I am making a floral thing. We call them a buttonhole in Ireland anyway. I don't even know if that's what they call them over here in England. But I call them a buttonhole because you put them in your buttonhole for going to a wedding. Is that what you call them over here as well? You're going to be glittery all weekend, all year. Yeah, probably. Per Craig, he's the one who's going to get it as well. All right. Let's trim this off. And I'll put a little bit of glue here, but to be honest, I'm probably just going to pin it down so that it's done. Ines says, we just have corsages, of course, yes, corsages. So I think a corsage is the one that goes, you put it on your wrist, right? Is that a thing? And we call them boutonnieres for men. Very good, very good. I guess it is a corsage. Maybe it's a corsage over here as well, I'm not sure. I think that will go on my bag quite nicely. And it's got a nice shimmery glitter to it. It's just a little something. And for the other ones, I'm actually going to, before I put it inside, I'm actually going to add some glitter to the other white roses because they might end up in my hair. So before I put them inside, I am going to go ahead and give them a little sparkle. Wrist or lapel, yes, and the boutonniere here in the States from in. There you go. It probably is originally a boutonniere, but then in Ireland people have been struggled with getting their mouth around that word. I just called it a buttonhole. I normally completely forget about this. So I'm quite impressed that I actually remembered. There we go. And then there's one iris left. And the little white flowers as well. Awesome. All right. So guys, we need to be thinking about a wedding card. So get your thinking caps on. I'm going to put you guys on mute for a second because I'm going to run in and put my flour into the fridge. Random. Okay, give me 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. Now we can really get crafty. I've done a little tidying up. So wedding cards, you guys, wedding cards, or at least card. Do you have the Lawn Fawn bicycle set? I do not. I should have bought that last weekend. So Piper and I went to the craft show on Sunday, Ali Pali. And let me tell you, drama llama, it was one of those days where we came home and we just went, let's never speak of this ever again. It was just a little bit of a nightmare from start to finish, between traffic and food issues and yeah. And by the time we got there, then they didn't accept card and I had no cash. Yeah, it was not fun. And there was not a big pile of items there that struck me and grabbed my attention. But there was one one stall, I should say, not booth, that had Lawn Fawn. So I told Piper that she could pick whichever stamp set she wanted and I would buy it. And no, it was not the bicycle one, unfortunately. It was this one. Oh, sorry, what is Ali Pali? Sorry, that's a really random word to say if you don't know. So in the UK, there is an exhibition centre called Alexandra Palace, and it is affectionately known as Ali Pali. And last week there was the big stamp and scrapbook show exposition, Ironically, there wasn't actually very many stamps on it, in my opinion. It was lots and lots of stencils and some dies and things, and paper crafting, but not masses of stamps. Anyway, I digress. So I do have a new stamp set, this one which is called Here's the Scoop by Lawn Fawn. It is an older one. You can see it's slightly discolored. Not that that matters, it still works fine. Hunky-dory. But I don't think this is going to be I don't think this is going to work for a wedding. I doubt it, unless we can be clever about it. I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts. The other thing I bought at Alipali was one of these. Now, I heard recently that Spectrum Noir brought out a range of ink pads. I have not tried any of them. This one is waterproof dye, non-smear with watercolor. And if you try to use Memento with watercolor, it does smear. And the thought is if you use what's the word, VersaFine, it would not smear. Now, the last time I used VersaFine, it did smear, but I didn't heat set it, so maybe that is that. Could be that. So I thought I would try this out, and like I say, it is non-smear with watercolor. They do have one that is non-smear with alcohol markers as well, so we could, I don't have that one, but just to let you know. But I wanted to test this guy out. So I got these on Sunday, and then on Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember, I got a parcel in the post. And Aunt Max, who doesn't seem to have shown his face as yet, he may pop in later. Aunt Max was so sweet and sent me a little care package. And in here, he sent VersaFine Claire, which is something I have actually been looking out for, because I have been told that this is perfect for that situation. It says on it, brings out the finest details, longest lasting pigment ink pad available, perfect for using watercolors to stamped images, white edge of ink pad, edge normal. Okay, fine. So we definitely have to try out this bad boy at some point. It doesn't necessarily have to be tonight, because we don't necessarily have to do a watercolor card. But it is sweet. I like it. Let's give it a sniff. Not stinky. That's good. I'm liking that. Also in my care package was Kindred stickers. And if you look close, it says Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff. So it's Harry Potter themed stickers. I have not yet shown this to Piper, because normally what happens is she will steal it, essentially. And then I'll never get a chance to show it to you guys. So I thought that I would show it to you guys first. How cool! Also, Kindred stamps, I will post this cute little owl with the envelope, and it says I'll post, and I think Piper's gonna love that too. But I have to remind her, it's mine, it's not hers. Oh. So we've got, Ines is saying, anything floral in muted colours for the wedding card. Yes, that would work. We could do something like that. But then I think Jasmine is a bit more funky than Jasmine is the bride. So I think something a bit more funkier or quirky would probably go down better for her, rather than generic florally thing. We'll see. The sentiment, you melt my heart. Yes. Might suit the wedding card, but not ice cream, please. Yeah, but I think you melt my heart only really works if you have an ice cream or something like that, or an icicle. I don't know. Otherwise it's a little bit random. You melt my heart. Nah, I guess it could work. Could you make the wingman or similar look like lovebirds? Ooh, now you're thinking. I like that. I like it. Donna says, I went to one of the stamping shows there 2 years ago. You're right. Not a whole load of stamps. I go to Stamporama in Stevenage usually in August. Oh, I didn't know about that one. I'll have to check that one out. Open up these guys. I also discovered that Spectrum Noir now have ink pad storage system. So if I ever get round to doing my new craft room, then I think I'm probably going to treat myself to some of them. Do you have any wine or champagne glasses? I've done a cheers wedding card before. Yeah, I have some. I have a, oh, that's a really good point. I did a show on Create and Craft for My Sentiments Exactly, and it had a wine glass, champagne glass, pardon me, on it. So that might be something I can look at out and have a mooch at. This one smells a bit different, but it kind of smells like food, like a sweet thing. Interesting. It's probably like solvent that I've just sniffed or something. Quick drying and smudge proof with water-based ink for crisp, detailed impression every time. Sèche rapidement et ne bave pas avec l'encre à base de l'eau. There you go. We can finally get Catherine Pooler's inks here through Create and Craft. Yay! Don't know of any other UK distributors though. One of our distributors, one of Heffy Doodle's distributors, which is called the Little Paper Tree. They're actually based in Guernsey, and I think they have them as well, so that's good. So exciting, exciting. There's always crocks with wine bottles. Give them a tux and a veil. That, my friend, could be the answer. Let me see if I can pull out these ones from My Sentiments Exactly. I might have something. Baby. Oh, okay. On your wedding day, here's to love, laughter, and happily ever after. At least that's wedding-y sentiments. And there's the champagne glassy ones. I still think that something a bit more quirky would probably work best for Jasmine. You're going to make it through this one step at a time. Love it. I'm not sure she'd appreciate that as a wedding card. Oh dear. We do have a nice congratulations, scripty script. Congratulations to the bride and groom. Okay, that one, you can't even see it. This one definitely needs to be used. So to the bride and groom. So I'm going to leave that one out because that's definitely one that will work a treat. Something which surprises her. Yeah, I think so. We've got the congrats Heffy cuts, so that could work. Let me pull out the little MFT. It's in the dragon set. That's what I'm thinking. It has like a little princess. Oh, we've also got happily ever after. I don't have a... So we've got happily ever after, and we've got congratulations. We've got congratulations to the bride and groom. We could have that. This is the little one I was thinking of. It kind of looks like a bride. It's got like a tiara on it though. It's a bit on the small side perhaps, I don't know. I don't think I have any gentlemen that would work as a groom though, which is a bit of a shame. But I suppose we could just have the bride, couldn't we? We could have a bride, but then I guess we can't have to the bride and groom if we just have a bride. Could we? Could we though? We probably could. This might be cute. You could maybe have a love heart behind her. Get your thinking caps on. Let's see what critters I have. We could turn into bride and groom. We've got bears. We could do a bride and groom bear. Give her some sort of a veil, perhaps. What do you think? I think you should use Heffy products. Yeah. We could do the bear lady. I think I'm gonna need some tulle to go behind her. Oh, I wonder if I give away a whole load of my stuff. All of my, well, a lot of my fabric. But I get some tulle. So we could maybe give her a veil. We need a top hat for this guy. I'm sure we can make that work. Should we do that? Let's do it. Let's give it a go. So I don't know if I can use these with alcohol because it's talking about water-based. So I might just have to stick to what I know. For the coloring of these little bears. Let's stamp them out anyway, and then we can see if we can figure out if we can make it work somehow. It's always fun to come up with ideas on the fly. Do you have the Lawn Fawn mermaid for you? I do, Wendy. Tell me more. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You can show, can you show how to color the chalkboard? I'll put that on my list. I don't know whether we'll do a chalkboard tonight. Oh, the chalkboard could say just married. You know, if they were teachers, I would totally do that, but they are not. So I don't think it would be as relevant as I would like. Hey, Aiden. All right. So this is from the Teacher's Pet stamp set from Heffy Doodle. And as I mentioned earlier, we're getting ready for a new release. Woohoo! Per Craig. So I have this grid wall with like pegs, like a pegboard thing, in our living room. Sorry, but it was running out of room, obviously, in our dining room, pardon me. And I managed to kind of somehow convince Craig that we could fit some more of this grid wall behind his, behind where he works. So he went to go play football today, as he does every Friday. When he came back, behind him the whole wall is covered in Heffy Doodle products. The poor little sausage. Dear, dear, dear. Now I think his office is now actually more the Heffy Doodle storeroom rather than a Craig office. Poor thing. Right, we need a top hat for this guy. I could maybe chop a hat from Lucky Friends. Might not be the right size though. I think we can make that work. It'll need to be a little selective over the parts that we stamp. You could use the boy and girl mermaid and had a veil and a hat. Oh yeah, that's cute. Oops, let's put this around this way. I think I'm going to run with this, at least for now. I had the idea to do something with prawns on it because Jasmine loves prawns, which is like the weirdest thing to have on a wedding card. But I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. All right, so these little guys have got little pokey ears coming up in over the edge of the hat, which I don't want. So I'm going to take the corner of my baby wipe and give it a little twist here so that I have a makeshift corner pokey tool. And I'm going to gently rub away the ink. Hey Fiskers, are you awake? And it will leave a gap, but that's okay, we'll fill it in with pen. That's what I've got. Let's not make him look like a leprechaun. Yeah. I can confirm that Ben does not look like a leprechaun in real life, the groom to me. Oh, it was so lovely seeing them in the wedding rehearsal today. They were all like giggly and yeah, really sweet. All right, so there is a little bit of nose or something where the ink's not completely been removed. But by the time we colour that in, it'll be fine. Making it work. I will grab my Memento marker and just bring that in here like that. This side's a bit worse, but it'll be fine. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have a girl, we're going to have a boy. What about, what if we made the card a love heart shape or something? Would that be fun if we had a love heart shape? Let's see. I do have dies in the shape of a love heart. I don't know whether they're going to be big enough, though, is the thing. Let me see if I can find them. While I'm doing that, I want you guys to know that we have a Heffy Doodle has an Instagram hop happening today. If you follow me on my blog, Hungry Heffy Crafts, you will have seen that. It is an Instagram hop with Heffy Doodle and Honeybee stamps. And Honeybee is very close to my heart because I used to be on the Honeybee stamps design team. So I know the girls, Lisa and Melissa, from that, which is, they're lovely. That's Fiskers. Hey, Ian. I don't mean to scare you, but I think you have some kind of infestation of some kind at the top left of the screen. That's my crafting gerbil. All right, so we could go for a heart and maybe bride and groom, or we do this as like die cut into the card perhaps. Let's color up my bears and then we can take it from there. So of course now I have the challenge of trying to make this look like a wedding dress. No idea what her dress is like. Ask me tomorrow. Actually, do you know what might be nice? A little paper piecing with this dress. I think that would be lovely, maybe with like a pearlescent-y colour. Would that be sweet? Let's make this bear. Brown. So I'm going to be using a mixture of my Copics and my new Nouveau alcohol markers because I want to be using these more so that I have more of an idea what they're like, to be honest. Oh yes, I was telling you about the Honeybee and Heffy Doodle Insta Hop. So it's not a blog hop, it's an Instagram hop, which means it's easier. And you can win gift vouchers to the Honeybee Stamp store and the Heffy Doodle store. And in order to enter, well, just read the comments. It's on my Instagram on Hungry Heffy Instagram. The details will also be on the Heffy Doodle one, I'm sure. It's just someone else that takes care of that for me. This color here is called Garlic Clove, and you guys probably can't even really see it, but I love it. It's really light and it's brilliant for blending out. I think it has a lot of blending solution. Come on. Oh, Anne said extend the hat. Sorry, I kind of missed that. Did you mean left and right? Is that what you meant? I think we can make it work. How about using acetate? Oh, now you're thinking. How about using acetate in the heart shape? Yes, 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 yes. It looks grey on camera, so it could just be the light. Let me pull it up. Oh, it's brown, a very light brown. You can see. I guess it's more like a scattered straw kind of colour, and all the crafters out there know what I mean by that. And I probably want. So I was going to try to do her hair a bit like Jasmine's, but I discovered today that Jasmine's hair is different than the last time that I saw it. And she had it up, but it was a bit more orangey, I guess. Orangey fruit punch. Oh, not that orange. I think I'm going to have to go for some more reddish tones, I guess. Let's see. Put some red on here. And then we'll blend it out with some brown and see where that takes us. Oh, what a difference it looks like. Let me see if I can zoom you in. Oh, I'll zoom my light in as well. Any better? Oops, now you can see the corner of my light. There we go. Try that anyway. There we go. That'll do. Give her something blue. Maybe the necklace. Oh, that's good. That's a good idea. I'm not going to add it just now because I don't know what color scheme the rest of the card's going to be. So I'm also thinking that her necklace should be little pearl drops, you know, for a wedding. Wouldn't that be cute to have little pearl drops? I thought that would be sweet. I have to give her a pink nose though. And maybe even pink cheekies. And for Mr. Bear, we want to go dark grays for him. Well, his tuxedo anyway. We might give him some funky suspenders. I think that would be really fun. Oops. Lorraine's here. Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine says, I'm here, just woken after getting back from chemo. I'm going to get a bowl of cereal because I'm hungry. Oh, I think maybe I did warm grey the last time and I should have done cool grey. Warm grey 7 that was. Let's grab me some warm grey 5 then if I can. I wish I'd grabbed the cool greys because I think that would have looked better. No fear, no fear. So, did it again. I was telling you that Piper and I went to the craft fair last week, and I was also telling you that Jasmine loves prawns. Well, I found out the other day that the prawn sandwich that Piper had at the weekend at the craft fair, apparently, like in my car, apparently 1 or 2 of the prawns fell out of said sandwich and landed on the floor of my car. And now that I work from home, I don't use my car often. And the other night, I went to go and get some groceries, I think it was, and got in my car and was, oh sorry, I'm off camera, and was completely hit by the most disgusting smell you could even imagine. It was gross, absolutely gross. So I have been trying to air out my car for the last few days. Anybody got any tricks up their sleeve for how to get rid of the disgusting smell of week-old prawns? Give him a snazzy bow tie collar. Yeah, I was thinking that. Or like a funky shirt. I was thinking maybe a pink shirt. Pink's very funky, isn't it? For weddings these days. I don't know whether, I don't know what the colour scheme is going to be, but I think pink is a funky one, or maybe like a bright yellow or something. I don't know. Need to start thinking about the rest of the card as well. Lemon juice in a bowl. Buy a new car, says Ian. Yeah. I think if Craig got into my car and smelt it, he would probably suggest that too. I opened the windows and left them open for like most of the day. And whereas the other day, when I got in, it smelled like I was on Uncle Jimmy's fishing boat. That's what that smell was like. But this, today, when I got in the car, it just kind of smelled like someone had just eaten a bag of prawn cocktail crisps. That's what it was like today. So much better, but still not pleasant. Oops, this is kind of looking a bit more like a beard. It's bad. I want to darken him up so that he is visibly a different color of a bear than his lady friend. Oh, I don't really want it to look like he's got some strange beard going on. All right. You're so handsome, Mr. Bear. It's Ben. Ben is the name of our groom. Ben Bear. And I think his snout will be a bit lighter as well. Not that light though. Lemon juice or vinegar. Yes, cut open a lemon and put it in the car. It always helps with fridge smells. Says my friend Marjoline. Hey! Oh, Marjoline, remember your wingman kit that disappeared in the post? I had another lady in the Netherlands who had a box sent that's gone AWOL. So I just think that the people in the Netherlands like to keep card making kits. I think that's what I've discovered. I am going to give him pink ears. Maybe a little darker. I think I might give him a pink nose as well. Because why not? Then shove a bunch of newspapers in there. Oh, okay. I have no idea. Like, oh, newspaper. When was the last time I bought a newspaper? A kilo of cut open lemons is going to be cheaper than a new car. Box of baking soda, at least that's what we call it here. Yeah, we've got baking soda here. The same thing you put in your refrigerator to eliminate smells. That's a good one, actually. I reckon that's I could maybe put down like a baking tray and then sprinkle the baking soda over the top. That might work, I guess. so that I have a good surface area of baking soda. Might work for me. My light up out of the way. All right, so I have a pack of patterned paper here called the Luxury Stack from Die Cuts with a View. And it is very pearlescent and it has a pretty pattern on it. So I could do something like this for the dress. Of course, I should have done her a darker color and him the lighter color, because then my dress is not really going to pop very much. Ooh, this is more silvery blue. That might work. Coffee grounds. Nuh-uh. I would rather smell. I'd rather smell the bronze than coffee grounds. Craig loves coffee. I don't like coffee. Craig made the mistake this week. Admittedly, it's one that I made last week. He ordered coffee online, and when they came, they were like this sort of size, and he thought they were this size. And last week I did the same thing when I ordered a grocery shop online, and I ordered a loaf of bread, which I thought in the picture was this big, and when it came, it was like this big. Tiny, tiny loaf of bread. Adorable, but not going to feed all of us. Okay, so because this is a really shiny fabric, I was going to say, a shiny kind of surface, there is not much tooth on it, as they say. So that means that it won't actually, well, it'll be much harder to stamp on it, and certainly harder to stamp on it without getting a big smudge. So I am actually going to emboss it, which will help speed along the whole process as well. So I've rubbed it with my embossing buddy. And then I'll pop her down there. And versifying her up. Off Kilter Crafter Inn says, honestly, I'm scared to put anything in the post. I'm so worried they're going to lose everything I put in the mail. Yeah, imagine trying to do that with people who have placed orders. Because I have the same concern sometimes. Although, I have to say that because now with Heffy Doodle, I have a business account. And because of that, I think I have had significantly less issues compared to just going to the post office at the end of the road and sending it. So that's it. Stamp on the back. What does that mean? Stamp on the back. What do you mean stamp on the back? Let's see. G1R says, what's she doing? I'm making a wedding card for a wedding that I'm going to tomorrow. Nothing like leaving it to the last minute. And no, I haven't bought them a present. Not yet. Although, to be fair, I think they, Jasmine and Ben have said not to do presents. Of course, they'll get one anyway. I'll probably just give them money because that's what they want. I'm going to put you on mute so that I can do some embossing, and it's noisy, so I'll be right back. Yay! Did you see my fancy tweezers in? Whoop, whoop. Stamp on the back of the shiny paper. That's a good idea. Now, the only thing is I don't know whether this is symmetrical, so it might not have lined up perfect if I did that. So this works fine. Works a treat. Some might say. Where I work, we use Amazon to get supplies we need. We have a Prime account, and it seems like every other package we order gets lost by the Amazon drivers. Oh, it's kind of the opposite here, because the Amazon drivers over here are really good. Well, yeah, they're really good. Sometimes I firmly believe that they have got more parcels than is like humanly possible to deliver, because very often they'll come down, ring the doorbell, and by the time I have gone from one room into the door, they have legged it. So I guess part of the problem may well be they've left a parcel, but by the time you get home, where is it gone to? I think that's part of the problem. All right, so I've cut out this little guy. Let me bring it up so that you can take a look. It is nice and shiny with a pretty little design on it. But to try and make it a bit more seamless, I'm going to colour in the edges with a brush marker. This is a Memento Tuxedo Black brush marker. And just running the edge of it along the side here hides that white core of my cardstock, which will make it a little bit more seamless, as it says. The Amazon drivers can't seem to find 14-story concert building in the middle of downtown Dallas. I think the drivers are just lazy and don't want to take the time to find the dock at work. Yeah, that's it. I see them. Yay! Did you see my little dance as well? There we go. You see, this, I think, looks a bit more like a wedding dress now. And I think when she has a veil on her, she'll look even more. Maybe what we need to do, she's got her hand up like this. Whoop! What we need to do, I think, is give her a bouquet. Bouquet. And we're going to get a bouquet from the very big heart stamp set. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. See? You can make a card from all the things. You think you don't have a wedding stamp in your stash. Turns out you have loads of options. You just have to use your imagination. And it'll work. Layer her dress on foam. Oh, says Anne. There's an idea to give it depth. Oh, yeah. Have to be white foam. I'm not going to layer it on here yet because I'm going to want to cut these out with my daz before I be doing any kitten, before I be doing any sticking, technically. And then, actually, let's do that. I'm going to colour in my bouquet. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait because I don't know what colours I'm going to do yet. Let's cut out my burrs. I see that Fiskars has not moved much anyway. Fiskars, what you doing? Come to say hello? Did you eat this one or did I move it? You alright? Hiya! What you doing? Are you having a cleaning yourself or something? Get back in there. There we go. Just saying hello. Of course, it is somewhat sacrilegious that the lady bear does not have shoes, because wedding shoes are one of the funnest things. Pretty big shoes. Oh, Ian says, the bouquet residence, lady of the house speaking. I love that. Did you guys have that show? Oh, I would never have thought that it would have reached America. That's awesome if it did. So there was a show back in the day called Keeping Up Appearances. And there was a lady who lived on a street, and she, I guess she thought very highly of herself. But her surname was spelt B-U-C-K-E-T. And for those of you who need assistance at this late hour, that spells bucket. But she would pronounce it bouquet. And she would get very riled up every time somebody called her Mrs. Bucket or something. She's like, it's bouquet. Hilarious. You still have that show? Oh my gosh. They show a lot of old Britcoms. Oh, I love that. I've never even heard that term, Britcoms. Like a sitcom, but it's a Britcom. Clever. Oh, the things you learn these days. All right, Britcoms. All right, let's get this guy's hat on the go. It is funny. They don't show that. Well, actually, they might show it over here. I don't know. I don't have a TV, so I'm not really the most. I'm not really the person who's best positioned to answer that. Get your hat on, Ben. I'm actually going to cut this close up to the line and do the same with the black marker. Color her feet and give her shoes. I could do. Oh, actually, do you know what I could do? Is I could cut it out of this, couldn't I? I could give her little shoes from this. Little pearlescent shoes. It's not quite the same shape as his head, though. We can make it work. He looks a little bit like a leprechaun when I put it up the top. Might need to cut off the edge. They've also started to show some of the newer Britcoms as well. Oh, like what? I remember watching My Hero as well, about a superhero who falls in love with a normal woman. I also like Miranda. Oh, Miranda is hilarious. I love her. Oh, Fiskar's out and about. 1, 2. Held my breath every time Elizabeth comes over and the best china came out. Yeah, that's funny. Mind the cyclist, Richard. Where? There on the... Oh, she's funny. Hyacinth bouquet. Yay! Cute, cute. We're going to have to somehow... turn them into little shoes, which is not the easiest because it gets pretty tiny. But adorbs. Oh yeah. So add a little black to the edge of that. And add some glue to the bottom. These are great little tweezers, by the way. Thank you. Fabulous. Look at this, peoples. She is sweet. I like it. Cute shoes. Yeah, put some pearl drops on it. Yeah. I think I need to cut off so it's not as curvy-wurvy. Maybe just curl it around like here and here. This is where's all going to go wrong. And that lines up much better with the curve of his head. What you reckons? In fact, I'm going to do a little helping hand surgery here. I think that'll do. Red room. Yeah, a tulle veil I think will work. I'm not sure whether I want it to go behind her or in front of her, because I think if it goes behind her, I mean if it goes in front of her, I think it's going to be a little bit too obstructive. Cute. And definitely some pearlies. All right, so I need to start thinking about the actual card. So we do have a veil up here if we want to do that, or we could have them like side by side like this, or something. Could be holding the bouquet, or she could just be waving. I think I'm gonna go. She looked like she's pulling at his ear. Let me clean your ear. I'm gonna go ahead and color him in with some colors. I'm gonna give him that pink shirt that I was talking about. Nice, and we'll have to do a pink band up here as well. And I think we'll go for some blue. Because there is some blue tones happening in her dress here now. And we spoke about blue earlier, didn't we? I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to mute you guys. Hold on. Whew. One for sorrow, two for joy. Two sneezes. Blue and blue and white. Just darken it a little bit. And a blue button. I'm loving this. All right, so we could go for, like I said, a heart kind of aperture that they're in front of. Maybe some acetate there. Maybe, baby. We could go for a shaker card, maybe something with love hearts and stuff on the inside to shaky shaky. That might be cute. And then on the inside you could write to the bride and groom here. To the bride and groom here, see? What embossing folders have you got? Oh, let me pull some out. Not a massive selection. Ducks, kind of like an argyle. Stars, butterflies, which ain't happening because I don't like butterflies. And these like circle diamond thing. That could work. This one's quite nice. A bit more wedding-ish. We've got some numbers. This one's a bit OTT, I think, for design. More floral, circle, floral things. Bit more of a damask also could work, perhaps. Snowflakes, snowflakes. Frame. Woodland, a wood one, and a distressed lines. Some dots, and then some little other florally shapes. Any of those ones jump out at you? These ones are the ones that seem the nicest to me. Challenge being, if we want heart that big, they're not going to be wide enough. In my humble opinion. Doing a little clearing up so I can get some room. Could go woodland to tie in with the season and the critters. Yeah, could. I think, let's see. I could go for some more of the pearlescent card, which I'm not very big on. I think I'd rather have like a distressing background. That's just my preference, and more of a distress inker than a embosserer. Okay. So let's see where we're at. If we wanted to have some sort of a card with this size of a heart, it is going to need to be probably 5.5 inches. Lost my ruler. There we go. 5 inches for sure. 5 and 5. This is 10. Get to use my new tonic. Yeah, a shaker with confetti I think would be fun, because most people don't like using confetti anymore, and some places don't allow confetti anymore. And I totally understand why, because when my sister-in-law and brother got married, it was you know, the paper confetti that was all the rage back then. And it was all like, most people would have bought it at like the dollar store or the pound shop for us. And I remember the day after her wedding, on her dress, like along the top of her dress where it had like fallen down around her chest and in around her like sleeves and stuff, the confetti had all gathered and got stuck there, I guess. And then with all the dancing and whatnot, and also I think it had rained a bit, so between sweat and raindrops and whatever else, the dye had run from this like cheap confetti and dyed her wedding dress. Ay caramba. Yeah. So that was not fun, because it ruined it. Completely and utterly ruined it, unfortunately. So I have cut a 10 by 5 panel, And I'm now going to do 5 by 5. To go on the front. And this is going to have my... Ooh, the other thing I could do, place your bets, is create a tulle shaker so that we have elements trapped between 2 pieces of tulle. You can't see, let me scroll down. Twist, I guess, on ooh, super bright and like overexposed. Okay, can you see? It just looks like grey. But you have 2 pieces of tulle like this, and then on the inside you have, admittedly they don't shake very much, but they are pretty. You can see through it. So that's another thing we could do. So you have the aperture on the front panel, and so I have basically like here and here, and the love heart cut out of both of them with a tulle in between. Might be nice. I do think that she needs the tulle though to make her look like a bride. Do you think? I think they look so cute together. Either way, oh, I did actually quite like the fact that we would have to the bride and groom in. Okay, let's not do that. Let's stick to one plan, Lesley. Right, I'm going to color this in with some, I think I'm going to go with the pinks. Let's go for the pinks. I'm going to grab some picked raspberry. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, my friends, is I'm going to use Distress Oxides because I recently got sugar, what's it called? Why can I not see you? Tumble glass, disseminate phosphor. Spun sugar, that's what you're called. Let's try this out. Pretty. I have seen Jennifer Maguire do a tulle shaker. It's very pretty. Yes, me too. Okay, so let's bring in some spun sugar from the bottom. I'm so glad I got this color. Oh, you guys can hardly see anything. I wonder if I turn my light down a bit more. Can you see a bit pinky? Shaker, not stalker. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to bring this up kind of halfway, and then what I'm going to do is use Heart's stencil to bring some little heart shapes to the top half, which I think will be cute. I do want to bring in a little bit of a darker color at the bottom. Picked Raspberry is quite intense though. Don't have worn lipstick though, do I? Oh, I do! I do! Don't think that's the right doodah for it. But who cares? We use it anyway. Ah, that helps. Helps deepen this up a little. Still, obviously, still glue from my floral project. Guess I didn't clean that up so good. Always takes a bit of a workout doing this. I went to the gym the other day. Yay me, by the way. And I did, I don't know why I did it, but I tried to do some weights. And by me saying I did weights, it was on a machine where I had to like push my hands out shoulder distance apart and push it out. I probably did about 8 pushes. But boy, does my arms, are they killing me today. So be it. So be it. Aunt Max. Hey, Aunt Max. How you doing? I was just sharing with everyone at the start of this stream that I got a surprise gift in the mail this week. Thank you so much. You've absolutely made my day. I haven't shown Piper the Harry Potter elements yet because I think she's going to steal them. And I'm just so excited about it. So thank you so much, Aunt Max. It means a lot to me that you have thought of me, and it's so sweet. Love you lots. Love you lots. Right, let's get my pack of stencils out. So a little while ago I asked you guys, how should I store my stencils? And somebody suggested in Ariel pockets, like this. You can almost see it. Ah, this is the problem of having lights. Look at this. I've started doing that for my Heffy Doodle ones because, secret alert, there's a lot more Heffy Doodle stencils coming in my next release, which is next month. And I haven't got around to doing the rest of the gang. Rest of my stencils with that. Oh, I just had an idea. What if I did this with like embossing paste and then added some sparkly glitter to it? Yeah. You feeling me? You feeling me? Let's do it. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Grab this, seeing as it's right in front of me. So when I am adhering my stencil down to my card and I don't want to move, I still use something with a bit more stick in it, because Heffy memo tape is fabulous for many things, but because of its low tack, it might not just grip as much as you might like for stencils. All right, yeah. Let's grab a palette knife. And I have got translucent, which dries clear, and then I also have a white one, and I reckon I want the white one because then on the areas below here, can you see, they'll turn up white as well, and I think that would be really fun. So this embossing paste is only about 14 years old. For those of you who've been watching me for years, yes, it's the same pot that keeps coming back. It is from a company called Dreamweaver, which Craig always thinks is funny because it's a, I think it's the name of a character or something in the game he's making or something. I don't know. I stopped listening. Yeah, so it is a company called Dreamweaver. It says Dreamweaver Stencils Embossing Paste. Yeah, that's it. Let's clean that. Oh, sorry, Craig. I didn't know that you were listening. I love you. All right. Pretty. Turn off the light. Too much light, not enough light. Ugh, lights are like the bane of every YouTuber's existence. This stencil, in case anyone is wondering, is a Simon Says stamp stencil. I think it's called Falling Hearts. Maybe the embossing. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, Lorraine says, what about your blue mousse? Oh, yeah. Oh, guess I didn't listen in time. Blue was delicious, and I had that nice pearly color. It would match his tie. How about I focus that? Maybe the embossing fairy keeps sneaking in and refilling the pot at night. Maybe I would like a fairy. I would like a Copic marker fairy that did that for me, please and thank you. Yeah. Dreamweaver Wayne's World movie. Oh, that must be a thing from that. There you go then. Another Dreamweaver. Out there in the big bad world. Alright, let's get some of this dust. Ask for one for Christmas. A Copic fairy that will come and refill all my Copics. I think that's probably going to happen. Yeah, I think maybe. Although, I know it sounds silly, but because it's refilling what I already have, I almost, oh, it's so, oh, stop. I want you guys to be able to see better. Oh my God, it's so pretty. You gotta turn this light off, hold on. That did not help. Can you see it? It's so pretty. Yeah, because I've already got the Copics and it's just refilling them. It kind of doesn't feel like, it feels like it's a lot of money and not the excitement that I would like. It's a bit like getting new batteries for your favorite toy or something. Getting new batteries for your remote control is not the same as getting a new TV, you know? Or getting your TV fixed is not the same as getting a new TV. Here comes Craig, quick, hide. Craig. How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, it's nice. What you doing? You pump. You want me to turn the light back on?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna fix the watt balance or something, or the exposure rings. Better? Sparkles. Good.
Better?
Yeah, I kind of like can't touch this now for a little bit though. Sad. Guess I'll have to move on to a different card. I don't know whether I've got time for another one is the problem. Alright. So this is gonna go here. Should I cut my heart out first of all? And then emboss on it. Is that okay, guys? It's a little dark over there, but I think that's fine. You can see the sparkles. You gonna go get the boy out? Hello, Oman. Have a cuddle. Have a cuddle with him. All right, so we've got two little dudes. Bring him over here to say hi. Hey, Fiskers. You alright? Don't get glitter near him, though. Nobody wants glittery eyes, do they? Hey, baby. Hey. You alright? He's so content.
Cares nothing.
He does not care a thing. Okay, so we're gonna have this here. Her bouquet. Yes, we're gonna do her bouquet. Let's color that one in. Craig, do you believe in the Copic fairy? You do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, Heather. I don't know, man. Sandy has that shit.
Sandy? So what was that say again?
Sandy has one of them.
Does Sandy have one of them? A Copic fairy?
She must have.
Yeah. What you doing? You want to play? Oh. Love you. Right. Bye. Thanks for your help. Okay, let's get some green in there. And I'm going to make them blue flowers because why not? Pretty. Right, I need to find my little bears now to cut out that bouquet. Hyacinth bouquet. Don't need you anymore, Mr. Palette Knife. There we go. One bouquet. not sure how long this is going to take to dry. Do you tell me? 1 hour? I don't have that kind of time. All right, so this is going to go here. Maybe we could do like a frame. Oops. Instead, some sort of a frame thing. What if we did a frame and used the Nouveau Mousse to colour it in? Then we could incorporate the mousse de mousse. As well. Find a piece of card that'll be big enough. Ooh, okay. This will work, only just. Have to bring it over to the big machine. And this time I'm going to encourage it to stay together with some Heffy memo tape, which I think will probably be easier when I'm adding the mousse. Let's go grab it. Think. Huh. Did I put it in the drawer? I did. All right. And I just left my foam pad in there. I figured probably the best place to keep it, to be honest. All right. Ooh, it's kind of catching all the little, you know, the flakes that you get? Paper flakes? It's catching it all. I think I'll go easier and build up the color a little instead of pushing hard on it. Nice and creamy. I wonder what color she's going to go for. Jasmine I made. Bridesmaids and whatnot. I'm fairly certain that there's no best man, there's a best woman. That Ben has Vicky, I think. Don't know why I said that. Just seemed like something random to say. Came into my head. As I was driving to the wedding rehearsal today, I was trying to think of like fun memories with Jasmine. And this is pretty. There are a lot. She is fun. But everything I was thinking of were just things that made me feel like an idiot. Like the time that I was driving to work and I realized my car does not beep. Oh no. My car does not beep at me to tell me that my petrol is low. So I just look over because my gauge thing is like in the middle, like driver, passenger, the gauge is like right in the middle. And I just look over and realize that it's on empty. And I drove to work and I phoned work and I was like, guys, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I am literally driving on fumes. And then I make it, roll in to the gas station, and I get out. I'm so pleased with myself. I fill up my car, and then as I go to grab my handbag, realize that I don't have my handbag with me. Oh dear. So I had to phone Jasmine and be like, come and rescue me. The other one, which was fun, that I remembered a lot, was the time that I had broken both my arms. Did I tell you guys about that? Such fun. And Jasmine had to basically walk around and open all the doors for me. She's the best. I also had to bring her into the bathroom so she could unbutton my trousers for me. Poor child. I was a mean boss, I guess. Yay. Pretty. Do leave a little fluffiness around the outside. A little bit of raggedy Anniness. All right. And that same time that I broke both my arms, and I had one in a sling. This one was in a sling, and then this one I was just kind of like curling up to my chest. And she swung round on her chair, and the corner of her chair hit here, which I broke my elbow. I didn't break my arm, I broke my elbow, and the corner of her chair whacked here. That was fun. Never a dull moment with you, Lesley. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be my tagline for them. Okay, so we've got this. Oh, pretty. You're so pretty. And then these. Okay, we got to make this bad boy into a shaker card. So thankfully, these are still sitting together. I'm going to cut me some foam so this can be a shaker card. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, baby, you're going to work out just fine. Yeah, it was sore. I cried a little, like, I cried. I totally cried. I'm not ashamed of it when that happened. She felt awful. And then I felt bad that she felt awful because it was my own fault for getting in the way. She's definitely one of the best team members that I've ever had. She knew Lesley would operate best if she had tea in her system, and by the time I would drive in, I think it probably helped at that time I had a yellow car, so whenever they saw the yellow car come through the barrier, they would go and make a cup of tea, and then by the time I reached my desk there would be a cup of tea on it. Now, hey, isn't that the best? Tracy Crute says, hey Lesley, what foam you using? This is a foam. Oh no, I forgot who it's from. It's double-sided foam sheets, and it is from. It'll come back to me. Double-sided foam sheets. Oh, what's it called? I'm so sorry. I'm having a moment. I'll see. Hopefully I'll remember. And I'll let you know. Right, so now I need some acetate with the big one. What's it called? What's it called? I think it's got the number 2 in the name, but that is not helpful. I am aware that that is not helpful. I can't remember. Bear with me. Bear with me. No, it's not. I don't think it was sticks to, because that's where I got my. That's where I got this. The glue pen sticks to. I love it, by the way. And I don't think it is sticks to. No, definitely not fix it. Definitely not sticks to. It'll come back to me. It might be on my Hungry Heffy blog. I might have to go there and hunt through it. I've probably mentioned it at some point. That didn't cut properly, did it? Mostly, but not quite. Is that the Chinese foam you hated? Oh, Ian, you don't know the latest then. So the Chinese foam that I hated is gone, and then I got foam from a manufacturer here in the UK. And it is super sticky, super sticky. This is it here. We're actually going to be doing this in the Heffy Doodle store or something like this. But it's 3 mil, which means you don't need 2 layers for a shaker card. It is, you can just use 1 layer and it's 3 mil. But it's really sticky. If you use it on your scissors, it gunks out your scissors. But it's worth it. So I really, really hated that. And I spoke to the manufacturer about a lot of stuff, actually. I was like, I really, really, really want 3 mil that doesn't gunk up my scissors. But they all did. All the ones that they did anyway. So for a long time, I was like, I'm not going to go with them. I'm not going to buy. Okay, let's try that again. Am I the wrong way? Is that the problem? That'll do. A little overshot here. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to buy it from them. But then the fact that it's the 3 mil and it stays on your card, you are not going to need 2 layers, and it is never coming off. And I found that with the good old 3M, which costs an absolute fortune, in my craft room, which can get pretty toasty, yeah, my shaker cards were falling apart, literally falling apart. Okay, I'm going to add some sticky tape to the back of this frame that I have turned blue with my Nouveau Mousse. And I have discovered the cheater's way of adding tape, which basically is stick a bit down, pull off the backing paper, and then you can maneuver it around corners really, really easily. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be perfect as long the tape, I mean, as long as it's gonna stick down. Booyah! And there we go. And the good thing is I can put this away and use that for the project. It's kind of like how we all manage the copper tape for the LED cat. Yes, exactly like that. All right, this is pretty, isn't it? Hopefully the glitter is not going to affect the stickitude of my foam. This is sweet. I like it. Maybe that there. She needs a veil for sure. Not sure how much of a veil, but we shall see. I might just cut a little triangle. And see what that's like. Kind of doesn't look like a veil when you do that. I'll figure that out. And then I was thinking of maybe doing congrats to the bride and groom, which might be cute. So if I did, can I stamp on this? Oh, let's find out, I suppose. To the bride, to the bride, to the groom, to the groom, to my sister. I mean, it's stamped it. That was my memento. I can't wait to try it with Claire. That worked out fine. Pretty, huh? Let's go for a little strips of ease. Cut this out. It's over here with the Heffy Doodle new release. That is top secret. And you guys don't know anything about because it's top secret. Except I'm really bad at keeping secrets. Right, let's cut out the to the bride and groom. I had a parental fail situation this morning. I felt awful. We went all the way to school and realized, just as we reached the playground, that apparently today was Jeans for Jeans Day, which means you pay £1 and you come wearing jeans, like a non-uniform day. And I completely missed that memo. So there was a quick call to Craig, quickly bring some clothes. We've all been there. It happens. At least I'm going to tell myself that it happens to every parent. All right, so to the bride and groom is going to go here. But we want to have, we definitely want stuff for the inside because it's dang cute, isn't it? But I was going to maybe have congrats to the bride and groom. What do you think? Shall I inky up some using my spun sugar again? Because we've got the congrats Heffy Cuts die, which would be cute. We shall cut it out anyway and see what we think. We don't have to add it. Oops. I am loving these hearts. A lot. A whole lot of hearts. Right, we need congrats. Sending congrats. So you guys, do you have any plans for the weekend? Let me know. On our adventure last week, Piper and I, we decided to go into IKEA on the way home because I wanted to get a trolley. You know, the like trolleys that you can get in IKEA, that you can use while you're there, but you can also buy them. So I had it in my head that, oh, if we're going to another show, we need to bring a trolley to help with all the manual labor. And so yeah, we're like, I need to get a trolley. I'll pick up some sandwich bags. And Piper wanted a nightlight thing. And I was like, oh, while I'm here, I'll just get a, what was it? The other thing. Sandwich bags, a nightlight. Oh yeah, some little scrubby brushes for doing the dishes. Very exciting. And oh my gosh, it was the last weekend before university went back, and the whole place was absolutely manic. Absolutely manic. Like you would not even believe. I'm going to cut a couple of these out because they're cute and I like it whenever they're a bit more robust. Plus, I always keep hold of my off-cut strips. So this is always a good way to use them up. By the time we got out, and people were almost hyperventilating because of claustrophobia, because you couldn't leave the shop because of all the people. It was crazy. I was actually thinking, I'm so glad that Craig's not here, because he would not have coped. And I said to Piper, let's just leave it, let's just go home. But bless her, she was like, it's okay, we can do this. And I was thinking to myself, oh, what a trooper, oh, so good. And then I realized she just really, really wanted her nightlight. It is pretty cute. All right, I think let's do 4, and then if we don't use the 4th one, that's fine. We might only use 2 anyway, because this congrats is going to go on top of the foam heart, which is already pretty raised up. So it might just be a little too much. If we go for thicker. Poke out all these little bits. Get rid of them. Don't need you. True shopper. Yeah, normally she's not keen on any kind of shopping. She takes after her dad like that. Although, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the Expedit/Kallax shelving unit, which is also popular in the crafting realm. As we were walking around, there was this lady that worked for IKEA, and she said, do you want to play a game? And we were like, yeah. Always, like always. Do you have to ask? And she was standing in front of this 5x5 Kallax, and she said, it's like memory game. You open a door, and you open 2 doors, and you have a look to see what's inside. And you get 3 goes at opening, like 3 pairs, as it were, of doors. But you have to find a match. And if you find a match, then you win chockies. And Piper won a match on like the 2nd go, and she won a thing of chockies. And then the lady said, does Mum want to go? I'm like, okay. Of course, it was a bit cheaty because I had seen all the ones that Piper had opened. So I got chockies too. Yay for chockies. All right, so sticking this down, that's 3 layers. That's pretty chunky monkey right there. Plus, don't forget, we've got this one to go on here. Ooh, do I like it with a little bit of a offset? I think I might. Let's see. We could have it. Place your bets, my friends. We have it raised up normal like this, or we do the shadow trick where we move it slightly to the left and slightly up, so you have this white sort of shadow effect. Can you even see? Now, it's always a little bit tricky because sometimes it looks like a shadow and sometimes it looks like you're just really pearly, it was an accident, essentially. What do you reckon? No shadow. Okay, spunky girl. You got it. If you guys haven't got one of these 2-in-1 glue pens yet, y'all better get one because they're awesome. I used to use the Quickie glue pen. Do you remember those? And now that I have this pen, I realize how much I don't like the Quickie glue pen. Oops, my tea has gone for a walk. Thank you, I don't need you. I shall pop you in here for another day. Oh no, Alex's shadow. Oh no. What is the shelving unit you're talking about? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. It's the shelving unit that you get that is just squares. And you get like a 2x2. You get a like 4x4. I've got one over here. I can show you on Fisker's cam. Hold on, you ready? Oh, okay, that didn't work. Oh, that's fine. Like that. The square ones, but they had doors on them, which was fun. Oh, sorry, Fiskers. Did you think that you were being? Thought you had a chance to get out and have some freedom, and then the paparazzi came again. Rude, huh? Okay. This is looking great, guys. I am going to go ahead and stick this panel onto the front of my card. Hi! Hi, July! I never know whether it's July or Julie. Just a fun way of saying Julie. Okay, and this is going to go here, but we're going to fill this with some gorgeousness. Let's go see what we can find. Okay. We've got some pinks, we've got some blues, we've got some whites. July, like the month. Yay. These ones are cute. They're little circles. I like the stars. I don't have any that are all like love hearts, which would be cute. However, I'm wondering if it would be really pretty to put in some gems, like almost like diamantes. I think that would be really fun, wouldn't it be? Go all out with these things. And maybe some of these little circles that have a pink tone. I really wish I had hearts. A boo. Why don't I have hearts? I am sad for me. Oh, there's tiny, tiny pink, silver hearts in here. Okay, we're gonna have to do some strategic policing. Is that Fisker's home at the top left? Oh, sorry, we're out of focus. apologies. Being a silly sausage, I am. Don't want any pinks, I don't think. I can have silver, that's no big deal. Silver and white I can handle. Stars I can handle. But that pink is just a little bit too pink for me. Oh, that's okay. I'm pretty sure this is a honeybee mix that I've got going on over here. Speaking of honeybee, for those of you who've just joined and didn't hear me talking about it earlier, Heffy Doodle and Honeybee have a Insta Hop collab happening today. So head on over to Instagram, follow the Hippity Hippity Hop and get inspired. Leave a comment to be entered into a draw for prizes, which are what you call them, gift vouchers. All right, I'm gonna call that done. Apart from this, I'm just gonna go into. Is Fisker's okay? He's okay. Let's have a check on him. Hey Fiskers, what you doing? Fiskers. He's cleaning himself. Hey. Hi. Hi. Find any pumpkin seeds? Sunflower seeds right here? Yeah, he's fine. I'm not convinced that my embossing paste is absolutely 100% dry, but it's happening. Ooh, what I should have done actually. Is rub a little powder or something around the inside to get rid of the anti-static. Come on out, Fiskers. Yeah, okay, there we go. So pretty. Okay, so we have got a groom here. We have got a bride over here. I'm gonna stick these on with some glue dots, I reckon. Awesome! He wants to craft with them. He does. You know, he probably just wants to sleep, to be honest, because that's more of his speed. All right, you're gonna go there, young man. And I want your hand to tuck underneath him, so hold on tight, Benjamin Bear. While I get Jasmine on here. After I finish up here, I have to go in and make sure that I have everything ready for tomorrow. because I realized that I haven't figured out whether I've got a pair of tights. Tights is the one thing for weddings that, as you ladies will know, you just go through them. Like, it's so hard to recycle tights. End up with a ladder every time. Okay, let's get this bouquet on the go. There we go. Looking cute as. So congrats is going to go here to the bride and groom. We'll go underneath. Just add a little double-sided sticky tape to this strip. Oh, another thing to share with you guys, some of you may know, but most of you probably don't. Craig has created a Facebook fan group of Heffy Doodle. It's called Heffy Doodlers. So if you're interested, head on over to Facebook and search for Heffy Doodlers. If you want to join, come on over. We'd love to have you. Share your creations. It's a bit like, if you're familiar with it, the Lawn Fanatics one, where if you're a fan of the brand, you can come in, speak to other fans, chit chat, share your projects, share ideas, get some encouragement. I'm also planning to do some stuff whereby there might be secret codes and things like that, which will be shared with Heffy Doodlers and no one else, you know what I mean? Rihanna says, about time! Yay! Fabulous. I know that some people have been asking about one for ages. I'm sorry, it did take a while. But we're getting there. Okay, I want to darken up this guy's eyes with some glaze pen. And we definitely need some pearls for this lady over here. Looking good. Also got a jelly roll pen here. It is a clear star pen. I'm gonna add a few little dots around the place, the edge of her dress and stuff. Maybe a few little dots on the end of her shoes. In her hair. And a little bow tie. And the button just gives another little shine on there. Brina says, very glad for the group. Yay! Just joined the group. Well, requested join. That's okay. Craig will, it'll come up on my phone. But because I'm crafting with y'all, then I'm sure Craig will pick it up. All right, so here we've got white enamel accents. Nouveau drops, I mean. Silly me. Or we have pearl, perfect pearls somewhere. I mean, liquid pearls, perfect pearls. Liquid pearls, these ones are. In fact. I think the pearl one, because I want it to actually look like pearls. So having that pearlescent sheen in there, I think will help let us get the effect that we're after. Oh, the little ones at the side have kind of joined together. Annoying. Oh no, they don't look like pearls anymore. Abort. I wonder if my perfect pearls needed a bit of a shake-up. Luckily, this paper is shiny. Oh yeah, I think it definitely does need a shake-up. Okay, I'm gonna do every other one, and I'll come back later and add the ones in the middle. I'm actually gonna give her a couple of little pearls along her hairline as well. Cuteness. Oh no, I didn't give her her veil. Oh. Silly. Oh well. Well, I can't touch her now until she's dry anyway, so veil may have to wait and see. Wait and see what happens if I can get that back on. All right, guys. What's your thoughts on today's project? We've made a bride and groom, little bears, little pearly necklace, cute little toes, sparkly background with the embossing paste. I like the to the bride and groom that we did. I like that a lot. I like his shiny eyes. Cute, 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 cute. Loving the pearlescent wedding dress. I think that made a big difference. And also the gems in there. I think it gives it a really exquisite look. Don't you agree? Anne says, beautiful, and you proved that we don't need a stamp set for weddings. That's very true. I think that you can make things work. If you put your mind to it, challenge yourselves, find a way, my dear friends, find a way. There's a solution out there waiting to be found. Well, I'm going to call it a night, guys. It's 1:45. I didn't actually get to use my new goodies. My here's the scoop, or the owl post. These stickers will probably be stolen by Piper, and then some new ink pads. I got this one at the weekend, Aunt Max, before this one arrived. Spectrum Noir waterproof dye, non-smooth watercolor. So I'm really excited about testing both of these out. Maybe next week we can do a watercolor card, hey? Or the owlie on them, maybe. Or maybe some estrins. Anyway, I'm going to go and pull out all the bits and pieces that I need to go to a wedding tomorrow. And thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed tonight's session. Fiskars has been absolutely ecstatic about joining us, haven't you? Yeah, he is not bothered. Alright guys, I shall see you next week for more crafting. Until then, have fun. Check out the Instagram post over on my Instagram, which is Hungry Heffy, and also the Heffy Doodle Instagram at Heffy Doodle. That's because we have got that special 2-day hop happening on Instagram with honeybee stamps, and I think you're gonna love it. Don't forget to join the Heffy Doodlers Facebook group if you want to join in the fun there, if you're a fan, or even if you don't have any Heffy Doodle goodies but you think that that's something that you might enjoy in the future. Like I said, we're going to be having some exclusive codes and bits and pieces further on down the line. We have a new release coming next month, so keep your eyes peeled for that. You might want to join our newsletter if you are interested in knowing more about that and seeing all the sneakity peekities. All right guys, love you all, have a great weekend, and I shall see you next time. Happy crafting, bye.